The husband and wife team behind the wildly popular home remodeling show Fixer Upper says the show's 5th season will be its last.
Chip and Joanna Gaines built more than just homes. They built a legacy of love, style, and inspiration. But now, something has shaken that foundation. Joanna's devastating health diagnosis has led Chip to make an emotional decision that's left fans heartbroken. What could possibly cause America's favorite couple to step away from the empire they created? Stick around, because this story goes deeper than shiplap and farmhouse sinks. You won't want to miss the emotional journey that's unfolding behind the scenes. From small-town Waco to national fame, the Gaines family became a symbol of the American dream. They didn't just renovate houses, they built an empire. Their show Fixer Upper wasn't just about design, it was about hope. It gave people a glimpse into a life of stability, love, and growth. But life isn't always picture perfect. And in recent years, the cracks in the foundation began to show. It all started with Joanna. For years, fans had no idea she was fighting a hidden battle. A chronic back issue that traced all the way back to her high school cheerleading days. During a basket toss, a risky move where teammates launch a flyer into the air, something went wrong. The injury she sustained then would follow her for the rest of her life. Over time, Joanna learned to live with the pain. Even as she raised 5 children, built a multi-million-dollar brand, and inspired millions, she carried that weight silently. Then, in 2001, she underwent her first spinal surgery, a microdiscectomy to relieve the nerve pressure from a damaged spinal disc. It helped, but it wasn't a permanent solution. Years passed. Her brand Magnolia exploded. From a small shop in Waco, they grew into a lifestyle powerhouse, launching home collections, opening restaurants, publishing books, and even starting their own network. But the pain came back. And in 2022, right in the middle of the busy holiday season, Joanna had to face it again. The second surgery wasn't optional, it was essential. Joanna went through her second microdiscectomy that December. This time, she didn't hide it. She shared her recovery with fans online, showing a photo from her hospital bed, sunglasses on, flashing a peace sign. Her honesty struck a chord. People saw not just a designer or a TV personality, but a woman fighting to heal, inside and out. This moment was more than just a medical procedure. It was a turning point. Because for Chip Gaines, seeing his wife, the steady, joyful heart of their home, in a hospital bed, changed everything. The man who once thrived on energy, laughter, and demolition days found himself in a new role: caretaker, supporter, listener. And he made a choice. Chip Gaines stepped away. Not just from the cameras or production schedules, but from the relentless pace of their public life. He paused it all to be present, to help Joanna recover, to be the father his kids needed, and to remember what all of this was really about: family. But Joanna's back wasn't the only challenge they've faced. Back in 2018, when Joanna announced her 5th pregnancy, fans were overjoyed. But soon, some followers noticed something unusual in the ultrasound image she shared. An abnormal fluid buildup around the baby sparked fears of a serious condition called hydrops fetalis, a potentially life-threatening diagnosis. While the Gaines family didn't publicly confirm any complications, medical experts weighed in to ease the fears. And thankfully, those concerns never materialized into tragedy. In June 2018, their baby boy, Crew Gaines, was born healthy and strong, but it was a reminder: life is fragile, even for those who seem to have it all. Through it all, Chip and Joanna stayed grounded, but the constant pressure of fame, business, parenting, and health battles added up. And so, slowly but surely, they began to retreat from the public eye. Not to quit, but to realign, to make room for what truly matters. Their journey to fame wasn't easy. Joanna, once a quiet girl who didn't quite fit in, had dreamed of becoming a journalist. She interned at news stations and even worked behind the scenes in New York. Chip, on the other hand, once believed his future was in baseball. But when his college coach retired and his dreams fell apart, he pivoted toward business, toward risk, and eventually toward love. They met by chance. Chip saw Joanna in one of her dad's tire shop commercials and later met her in person. 2 years later, they were married. And together, they began flipping houses long before there were lights, cameras, or contracts. Just sweat, grit, and a shared belief that they could do something meaningful. Their empire grew quickly. Fixer Upper debuted in 2013 and became a cultural phenomenon. Joanna's designs reshaped the American aesthetic. Their influence was so powerful that homes styled in her Magnolia fashion were selling for 30% more than average. Waco, once overlooked, turned into a tourist destination. They didn't stop there. They launched Magnolia Market, opened Silos Baking Commerce, started Magnolia Journal, and even developed a product line with Target. In 2020, they announced their own television network. Magnolia Network became home to not just design shows, but stories that echoed their values: family, craftsmanship, simplicity, and love. So, they shifted their focus inward. They began to prioritize wellness, nutrition, mental health, and presence. They made changes not just for themselves, but for their 5 children: Drake, Ella, Duke, Emmy, and Crew. They realized their kids weren't little forever, and they didn't want to miss the important moments while chasing more deals or producing another season. Their most recent project, Hotel 1928, opened in Waco in 2023. And while it was a major milestone, it also felt like a statement, a reminder that even as they build new things, their hearts are grounded in the old truths: love, faith, and family first. So what now? Will Fixer Upper return? Maybe, maybe not. But what's certain is this: Chip and Joanna Gaines have always been more than just designers. They are a story of resilience, of finding strength in struggle, of knowing when to step forward and when to step back. Because the real renovation isn't just what they've done with homes. It's what they've done with life, transforming chaos into comfort and building something real, raw, and lasting. And maybe, just maybe, their greatest project isn't a house. It's the life they're building quietly, with love, faith, and family at the center. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more heartfelt journeys.